I woke up at 5:45 today. It's still dark. This is the first time in a while that I've done this. And it feels really good. I used to wake up at 5 every day. And lately, I've been trying to get back to it. The reason I started waking up so early is because up until a few years ago, I always used to wake up late. Sometimes in the afternoon. And I could never get out of bed. And I would hear about other people waking up early, and I never thought that could be me. Until one day, I just told myself I had to do it. Just to prove I could. So I like mornings like this, where I get dressed in the dark. So today, I'm gonna do all the things I've been meaning to do for a while. Like go to the art museum. I have time today, since I woke up early. I've also been meaning to get back into watching hockey. I like hockey. I went to my first Bruins game about a year ago. I sat next to this guy from a retirement home. And Bruins games were his life by that point. He went to as many as he could. He seemed like a happy guy. It's not a bad way to retire. I'm going to the gym now. I'm trying to increase my bench press. I first tried benching when I was a freshman in high school. And I learned how to lift from the upperclassmen. But they just load up the bar with a lot of weight and tell you to start lifting. So I didn't learn too much about technique. And I injured my shoulder pretty quick. I can still feel it actually. It taught me a lesson though. It taught me about ego. And it forced me to learn proper technique all these years later. So something good came out of it. I went for a run afterwards. It's really cold. My hands are freezing, but I just remind myself that it'll be over soon. You feel good when you get to the end. Now I'm walking to the library. Everyone is finishing up finals right now, so it's a little packed. I'm gonna spend my day reading through a paper. I keep reading a lot of papers. We've had an idea recently. It's about measuring a certain function in an experiment. This function can tell you something about chaos. And it's tricky to measure, but one of the guys I work with has an idea on how we can do it. So that's the direction we're gonna try. But I have to do some readings to learn the techniques that I need. That's a lot of what research is. You read about other people's ideas, and you use them to help you with yours. This paper just came out a few weeks ago. It basically tells you how you can generate randomness. And this type of randomness is really useful. We want to see if we can use it to measure this special function. It's lunchtime, and I'm walking to the Lease building. I'm eating chicken and rice today. Whenever I eat this, I always get these really bad cravings. Usually it's pizza, and a lot of times chocolate and hot Cheetos. I actually eat a lot of hot Cheetos because of this. I've been wanting to go to the Harvard Art Museum for a few months now, and today, I'm finally gonna do it. I like museums. They make me want my own art collection someday. I have to leave my backpack in the locker. I like 37. I'm not sure why. It just seems like a lucky number. So that's my number today. I'm really excited. I wrote a paper on this painting in college. Here's a Monet. And here's Georgie. I like museums because you get to understand all these great painters. All these guys who spent their life obsessed with one thing, making a masterpiece. And even when they're gone, they live on through these paintings. They live on through a beautiful idea. A while back, some lady at a museum explained Dutch paintings to me. She pointed out how they use darker colors. And after that, I realized that I really like Dutch paintings. And I found one here. It's my favorite in the whole museum. It's a boat in a storm. I like these. They make you feel something. I want to paint one someday. The museum was a lot of fun. I want to come back soon. I've been craving a waffle, so I'm getting one today. I'm going to Zinnekin's in Harvard Square. I come here a lot. It's probably my favorite shop in the square. It's cozy inside, like a log cabin. I always get the same waffle. It has strawberry and banana. This reminds me of Sunday mornings when I was a kid. My mom would wake up early, and she'd make pancakes with strawberry and bananas. I want to learn how to make these waffles, so I can make them on Sunday mornings for my kids. Since I'm at Harvard Square, I'm going to stop by a bookstore. I'm looking for 2 books. One of them is by Jack Dempsey. He's this old school heavyweight boxer, one of the all-time greats. He could punch really hard, and he wrote a book about how he did it. But they didn't have it here. As I was walking out, another book caught my eye. It's about an owl who wants to be a knight. So he goes to night school. And he does alright. He's not the biggest knight around, but he had the right heart. And he comes out a pretty good knight because of it. It's a fun story. Now I'm heading back to the office to get some work done. This guy that I work with just came back from New York. He flew out for a yo-yo competition. He didn't compete, but he's really good. A few years back, he won a national yo-yo championship in China. I told him he should get back into competing. It's not every day that you get to live out a childhood dream. Watching him yo-yo reminds me of all the games I used to play when I was a kid. I had a yo-yo too. I'd also play with marbles in the dirt. And I used to ride my bike around the block. I would always try to pop wheelies. One day though, I made a mistake and I face planted into the asphalt. Looking back, I don't think it hurt as much as I thought it would. But I started crying anyways. I think I was just scared. I was in the 1st grade. I ended up breaking my nose. And after the accident, I stopped riding my bike for a while. I guess I was too scared. After a while though, I started missing it. It was too much fun not to do. So I went back to it. I guess that 1st grader realized that some things in life are worth the face plants. And yeah, your nose might take a beating. Then again, so did Dempsey's.